I was so excited when I heard, what the hell is this? Get moving. When I heard that they were doing a monster series of Ed Gein, I was so excited. And no, I'm not one of those bandwag fucking TikTok dickheads or one of the cunts in the comments, hey, Ed Gein's neighbour here. I'm not his biggest fan at all. I just went down a very big rabbit hole when I was younger of serial killer lore and fucking mythology, if you will. And Ed Gein was, I wouldn't say he's one of my favourite serial killers, but he's pretty interesting. Like, he was an interesting dude. He's a bit of a fucking freak. He was a retarded small town cunt, and he made people into lamps. He was a grave robber mostly. He killed 2 people. And then I was watching the show, and I was watching it, and I was like, fuck, this is showing such promise. It's really good at the start. The main actor, I can't remember his fucking name because I don't care that much. He actually did a really good job. Everyone's saying that the voice wasn't there, blah, blah, blah. He wasn't trying, I seen an interview with him. He wasn't trying to replicate his voice. He was trying to really feminize and make him, and it did. It made him stand out in the show. It was good. So I will cop that on the chin. And he did do a good job. My favorite scenes were the scenes he was in. But it is so over-exaggerated to the point, not like the Dharma one, because the Dharma one was filmed in a way where even if you were really familiar with Dharma's story, you still were at the edge of your seat. This one was just fucking, they just said, fuck it. Let's just lie. Let's just lie about everything. It was ridiculous. He wasn't a fucking chainsaw-wielding fucking madman, like with dancing with the chainsaw. He didn't murder any of those people either. He didn't get convicted for it. He killed 2 people. He killed fucking... Wait, I got it loaded up. He killed Mary Hogan and Bernice Warden, the bitch from the store. That's what got him caught. That's true. That's what got him arrested, murdering the lady in the hardware store that sold the guns and shit. But making him out to be this, like, overly fucking sexualized fucking really way more interesting person than he was is such a lie. And just pretending like he had so much influence on modern horror culture is fucking retarded. Psycho was loosely based on him. The scene in the shower wasn't even fucking based on Ed Gein. That was just fucking a lie. He never wielded a chainsaw like a fucking psycho. He... like, the relationship with that old lady, that Bernice lady, fucking wasn't real at all. He didn't kill his brother. Well, on record, he didn't. I got a screen loaded up with facts right now because I'm not very good at remembering things. But, yeah, he didn't kill his brother Henry. He didn't. And the crazy bitch, what's her name? Adeline. Adeline wasn't a love interest of his. He was a recluse in real life. He was a reclusive man. He was like he didn't talk to anyone. That's why he dug up people and made them into lamps. That's where you get when you don't talk to people. You fucking dig a hole out of them. You pick them up, you take them home, and you turn them into, like, luxury furniture. That's what he did. He didn't talk to people. He didn't have a love interest. And that Adeline girl, if she was remotely like that in real life, she should have been in jail with him. She was fucked. But she wasn't, because she wasn't involved in it like that. And the Alfred Hitchcock thing was overdone. That was fucking gay by the end of it. At the start, it was all right. But I just didn't care about it. Like, I didn't care about any of it, of that storyline. I just was like, when is this going to be fucking over? When is it going to be over? Put me back to Ed, even though you're lying about him, at least somewhat entertaining. At the end, the ending was the fucking, by far, the worst part. The last 4 episodes for me were just fucking torture to sit through. It was fucking ridiculous. How they just had all these fucking serial killers, like, communicating with him, and fucking how he helped find Ted Bundy. No, he did not. He didn't fucking aid in the capture of Ted Bundy at all. That never happened. There's no record of that happening. Why the fuck would you make that up? Why would you make that up? It's just such a frivolous thing. Like, why the fuck would you make that up? Why would you lie about that? It's just... And the scene where he's like, he dies the first time, because I believe that's what it was, when he died the first time and he was in the wheelchair rolling out, and there was like all the fucking serial killers like Charles Manson and that thanking him. Charles Manson didn't fucking look up to Ed fucking Gein. He was a totally different murderer, totally different fucking kettle of fish. He was an actual serial killer. He didn't actually kill anyone, probably, but Ted Bundy and that, actual serial killers. Ed Gein killed 2 people, dug up bodies. He was a necrophiliac and a fucking graveyard robber, mostly. He murdered 2 old women. You can call that a serial killer if you want, but I have higher standards than that, and you should too. They fully fucked it. They could have done it so well. They could have done it so much better. It's a perfect example of why Hollywood just fuck everything. You had a great story. You had such a good story of a murderer and a fucking grave robber that was a recluse. Okay, you didn't know much about his private life because he was a recluse. You could have made it fucking a little bit more believable and not make it like a fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre fucking reboot. It was ridiculous. The scene with the 2 people, the 2 fucking dudes with the chainsaw, that was ridiculous. He never killed him. He was suspected of murdering like maybe a few more people, but he never got done for it. And the house wasn't full of bodies. It was just full of body parts. There was no corpses. There was no anything. It was obviously fucking very disturbing. But it wasn't like going into Jeffrey Dahmer's house where he's fucking eating him and drilling holes in the back of people's heads and fucking lobotomizing them and then fucking using them as sex slaves. He deserved this fucking show. Ed Gein didn't really fucking... You made him more... Now, what yous have done is romanticised him. Girls are going to finger the fuck out of themselves over Ed Gein now. He was hot in it. Yeah, he was jacked. He was in the underwear. I was like, damn, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. He does. He looks good. The fucking French Prime Minister's wife's looking at this like, oh, fuck, they're onto me. He looked good in it. They romanticised him. At the end, I was sad for him. My missus was sad for him. It's like, why are you sad for this man? He's a bad person. Okay, he was disabled probably. He was a bit fucking retarded. It doesn't give you the right to grave rob and kill people. You shouldn't empathise with these people. Like the Dharma one, you didn't empathise with him because he was a fucking psycho. And yeah, maybe it was his mum's fault, but you don't know what the fuck his mum was like. I don't know, maybe she was a cunt. Maybe they probably fucking ruined that too. They probably fucked that too. She was probably a nice Christian lady. And they fucking... She's turning in her grave right now. She's turning. And now you've made Ed Gein a fucking thing. You've brought him back. This is what happens with these things. You bring him back, and now he's reached a level of fame that he shouldn't have really achieved because you've dramatised his story. And you've brought him back to life now. That's what it is. It's just ridiculous. I had more. And then they're doing a woman next. Have they done John Wayne Gacy? Or have they done one on Ted Bundy? I don't think the Zac Efron one was a monster, was it? Monster series. I won't be watching the next one because they fucked it. They did so well with Dharma and then they just fucked this one. I don't know. You can have your opinions on it. Was it okay? Yeah, it was enjoyable for a few episodes. But if you're familiar with the story, it was terrible. And don't be one of those dickheads in the comments, oh, I'm actually Ed Gein's second cousin's brother that was next door to him, but he lived like second cousin removed and then his house burned on fire, so he had to move away. So I know the real story. No one knows anything about shit. And no one's unless you wrote a book on it, I don't want to fucking hear it. All right? But if you did write a book on it, I'll hear it. But it's just all bullshit. It was all bullshit. I hated it. I hated the last 5 episodes. I fucking really struggled to get... I noticed, I can't remember what it was. When he killed someone, I think it was when he kidnapped and murdered the babysitter. When he kidnapped and murdered the babysitter, I was sitting on the couch and I was like, this didn't happen. This never happened. Like, they're lying. They're lying about this. They're saying he did a murder. They're giving him props because a lot of people that are watching this are fucking going to be like, yeah, Ed Gein. Yeah, fucking Ed Gein. Fucking hot ass. He's trans. He was the first trans in America. He was the first trans now. You've made him an LGBTQ fucking martyr. Fuck off.